Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing a green white wolf centaur token spam deck. I promised you guys I would do this deck profile, so yeah, here we go. So triple raised by wolves. The reason why I run 3 of this is because it buffs up your guide depending on how many tokens that you have out on the field, wolf tokens. So yeah, so it's really good. It gets a +1/+1 for each wolf token that you control. So That's really quite good. And then double Howled Night Pack. Very good. Basically, you get to put a 2/2 wolf token onto the battlefield for each force that you control. So it's really good, and it's really kind of scary for late game. So yeah. And then 2 Sacred Wolf. It has hexproof, so that means that it cannot be targeted by abilities or spells. So that's really quite good. And then Warfare Silverheart, basically it has Soul Bond, which means that you can bond it with another creature, and then that creature would get a +4, and then so this would turn into an 8/8, and then that would give however much attacks or power and toughness. So yeah. And then Warfare Avenger, it has Flash, which means that you can cast it as an instant spell, and then it also has Regenerate as well. So it's really good. So that's basically it for the wolves that I run. Now for my centaurs. For centaurs, it's green and white, then multicolor. So double of the centaur herald. Zoom in just a little bit. Basically, for 2 colors and a force, I can sacrifice it and then get a 3/3 centaur token. So that's actually pretty good. And then Nylea's Disciple. Basically, what this does is that when it enters the outfield, you gain life equal to your devotion to green, which devotion is the forest. So that's really good late game when you have a bunch of guys out on the field. So, and then 1 Swordwise Centaur, it's just a 3/2. And then Nessian's Courser, it's just a 3/3, just standard stuff. Faded Intervention. Basically, you get to put 2 3/3 Green Centaur enchantment creature tokens onto the battlefield, and then you get to scry 2. Scry means that you get to look at the top 2 cards of your library, and then decide whether you want to put both on the bottom, 1 on the top or bottom, or both on the top. So it's really quite good. And then Laguna Ban Elder. Basically, if you control an enchantment when this enters the battlefield, then you gain 3 life, so it's really quite good. And then Laguna Ban Trailblazer. Basically, when it's targeted, then you can put a +1/+1 counter on it, so it becomes like a 1/5 and then 2/6. So the defenses or the toughness can get pretty high. So yeah. So that's basically it for the green and the white. Now for the multicolor stuff. Centaurs. Double Centaur Healer. Basically, when it enters the battlefield, I gain 3 lives, so that's really quite good. This is basically your token spam for the deck. Vaitu Gazi Go Mage. Basically, for 4 colors, a green and white, you can put a 3/3 Centaur token onto the battlefield. And then for 2 colorless, green and white, you can populate it. Populate means that you get to put another copy of a token onto the battlefield, so it just helps spam out the board with tokens and just be able to win the game easier. So, and of course, there's a cord. You basically get to put a green or a 3/3 green centaur token onto the battlefield and then populate it. So you basically get 2 3/3 centaur tokens, so which is actually pretty good. And then Call of the Concave, I might get 1 more of these, I'm not sure. But you basically get a 3/3 Centaur token for 2 costs, which is actually pretty good. So, yeah. And then for other stuff that I run, which is Enduring Scale Lord. It has flying, and then when one or more +1/+1 counters are placed on another creature, you can place one that many on this guy. So pretty good. And Dromoka Warrior. It's just basically a 2-cost for a 3/1, which is actually pretty good for help getting out guys a lot more faster. And then Battle Mastery. Basically, the enchant creature has double strike, which is very, very scary. So, and then Leonar War Elves. Basically, just helps put more mana on the board, so you can bring out your guys a lot more faster. So, Force Adaptation. Basically, you get a +1/+1 counter on a enchantment creature during each of your upkeeps. So that's really quite good. Titanic Growth just buffs up your guys. So, and then Epic Confrontation. It's basically a it gets a +1/+2 until end of turn, and if it's a target creature you don't control, so it's really quite good. And then Herd Chaser Dragon. It has flying and trample and then Megamorph, which means that you can place it face down and then play it for its morph cost. So that's pretty good. And then it gets a +1/+1 counter when for each dragon when it's flipped. So that's pretty good. So yeah, that's basically it for the deck, and then the rest of it is all just land. So, which I'll go through that. So there's the end of the forest, and then here's the plains. So, but yeah, that's basically my deck profile for this deck. Thank you all for watching, and I do have a surprise for you guys coming in the next video. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later. Alright, guys.